Imagine a land where mountains pierce the clouds, rivers carve valleys older than empires, and every city, village, and street tells a story that spans thousands of years. Afghanistan, a country often spoken of for its struggles, yet hiding some of the most breathtaking natural and cultural wonders on Earth. From turquoise lakes that shimmer like liquid jewels to deserts that stretch endlessly under golden sunsets, from ancient citadels that have withstood centuries of history to valleys where time seems to stand still. This is a land of contrasts, resilience, and extraordinary beauty. In this journey, we will explore Afghanistan as few have seen it. Its towering mountains, hidden valleys, vibrant cities, sacred shrines, and untamed wilderness. We will witness the harmony between nature and culture, the resilience of its people, and the secrets of a land that defies imagination. Brace yourself, because what you are about to see is not just a travel experience, it is an awakening of the senses, a journey into wonder, and a story that will stay with you forever. Welcome. There are places in this world that don't just exist, they whisper. They whisper stories older than time, stories hidden in the wind, carved into the mountains, preserved in the silence of forgotten valleys. Afghanistan is one of those places, a land that the world thinks it knows, yet almost no one has truly seen. Today, you and I will step beyond the headlines, beyond the noise, and into a world of breathtaking wonder, untouched, unfiltered, and astonishing. Imagine standing at the edge of a land where ancient mountains rise like stone giants, where the sky stretches wider than your imagination, and where every breeze carries the echo of civilizations long gone. Afghanistan is not just a country, it is a map of human history, drawn on the canvas of nature. It is a place where the earth reveals its soul in raw, majestic, overwhelming beauty. And as the sunlight spills across its rugged horizons, you feel something rare, an untouched purity that the modern world has forgotten. For thousands of years, travelers, traders, monks, and explorers passed through this land, leaving behind traces of cultures that shaped the world. Greek kings carved their legacies here. Persian poets found inspiration here. Buddhist monks meditated in caves sculpted by time itself. Afghanistan was once the beating heart of the Silk Road, a crossroads where East met West, where ideas flowed as freely as caravans across the mountains. Even today, you can feel that pulse beneath your feet. The landscapes shift like chapters of an ancient epic, towering snowy peaks, golden deserts glowing in the afternoon sun, emerald valleys fed by crystal rivers. Every corner feels like a world of its own, and yet, all of them share one thing, a sense of timelessness, as if nature decided to freeze its masterpiece here for eternity. As you travel deeper into this land, the world around you becomes almost unreal. The shadows of the Hindu Kush stretch across villages perched on cliffsides. Shepherds guide their flocks across terraces carved by generations. The air smells of earth, stone, and mountain breeze. Life here moves differently, slower, quieter, but infinitely richer. People still live close to nature, connected to the land in ways the modern world has lost. There is a strange, powerful beauty in the contrast. Harsh mountains that feel indestructible stand beside gentle valleys that cradle life with care. Sun-baked deserts meet fertile plains bursting with orchards. Ancient ruins rise from the dust, like guardians from another age. The entire landscape feels like a vast museum, but one sculpted not by human hands, but by time itself. What makes Afghanistan extraordinary is not just the scenery, but the feeling it leaves inside you. It is the realization that we are very small in a world so ancient, so magnificent, and so endlessly mysterious. You begin to see why poets wrote about this land, why empires fought for it, why travelers risked their lives to cross it. There is something magnetic here, something the world has not forgotten, even if it has been hidden for generations. And so, Our journey begins here, at the doorway, to a land that reveals its wonders only to those willing to look deeper. In the next chapters, we will explore valleys that glow like emerald jewels, lakes so blue they seem unreal, mountains that scrape the heavens, and cities that carry thousands of years of human memory in every stone. If you want to witness a landscape that feels like it was carved by the gods themselves, then the journey into the heart of the Hindu Kush is where your adventure truly begins. These mountains are not just tall, they are titanic. Their jagged peaks slice into the sky like ancient stone blades, their shadows stretching for miles across the earth. And as you stand before them, you realize something powerful. This is a land where nature still rules, where the mountains decide the rhythm of life, and where every valley hides a story waiting to be uncovered. The Hindu Kush is more than a mountain range. It is a living monument to the raw power of the planet. For thousands of years, it has shaped the destiny of the people who call this land home. Its cliffs have protected kingdoms, its passes have guided traders and wanderers, and its peaks have stood witness to everything from ancient caravans to legendary conquerors. Yet through all of history, the mountains have remained unchanged, untouched, eternal. As you move deeper into the range, the world transforms. The air becomes sharper, cleaner, almost electric. With the energy of high altitude, the wind carries the scent of snow, rock, and distant pine forests. You hear nothing but silence pure, overwhelming silence broken only by the distant call of an eagle or the echo of your own footsteps. It is here, in this sacred stillness, that you begin to understand why this land is so revered. Villages appear like hidden gems among the cliffs, perched on terraces carved painstakingly by generations. Houses made of stone and mud blend seamlessly with the mountains, as if the land itself shaped them. Life in these villages is simple but profound. People wake with the sun, work with their hands, and live by the rhythm of the earth. Every face reflects resilience, every gesture echoes tradition, and every smile shows the warmth of a culture rooted deeply in hospitality. Travelers who venture here often say the same thing. The mountains are magnificent, but the people are unforgettable. The journey through the Hindu Kush is like flipping through the pages of an ancient manuscript. Each valley tells a different story. Some are barren and rocky, where the earth seems to rise straight out of the depths. Others burst with greenery, fields of wheat rippling in the wind, orchards heavy with fruit, streams of pure mountain water flowing through narrow channels. These sudden pockets of life feel almost miraculous, like nature decided to gift the land with small sanctuaries of beauty. As the path twists and turns, the light changes too. Morning sunlight paints the peaks in gold. Midday reveals their harsh, stony faces. Evening transforms them again into silhouettes of deep violet and blue. And then there are the nights, clear, cold, endless nights where the sky becomes a river of stars. In the Hindu Kush, the Milky Way is not a faint glow. It is a blazing river of light, stretching from horizon to horizon. You look up and feel as if the heavens are close enough to touch. But perhaps the most astonishing part of the Hindu Kush is its sense of scale. From afar, the mountains seem majestic. Up close, they are overwhelming. Standing at the base of a towering peak, you feel small, beautifully small. It is a humbling reminder of how vast the world truly is, and how extraordinary this corner of the earth remains. Travelers who dare to cross these mountains often describe the journey as life-changing. Not because of comfort, luxury, or convenience, none of that exists here, but because the mountains confront you with something rare, the untouched truth of nature, a truth that cannot be tamed, softened, or shaped by human hands, a truth that stands tall, proud, unbroken. As we continue forward, the Hindu Kush becomes more than a place to admire. It becomes the gateway to deeper wonders. Beyond these peaks lie ancient valleys, mythical lakes, and landscapes so surreal they feel like dreams. The mountains are only the beginning, and Afghanistan's secrets run far deeper than what the eye can see. There are places so beautiful, so impossibly serene, that they feel like they were painted by nature itself. And then there is Bamiyan, a valley that looks like a dream, a place where history, mystery, and breathtaking scenery blend into a world that feels almost unreal. If the Hindu Kush shows the power of Afghanistan, then Bamiyan reveals its soul. This is where the mountains soften, the air warms, and the land begins to glow with an ancient, golden calm. But beneath that calm lies one of the greatest stories in all of human history. Imagine walking through a valley where the cliffs are not just cliffs, they are walls of time, carrying memories carved thousands of years ago. Bamiyan is a place where every stone has witnessed centuries of travelers, monks, and kings. And even though the famous statues that once stood here have been lost, their presence remains, an invisible force that still shapes the spirit of the valley. You feel it the moment you arrive, like a whisper from the past reaching across ages to greet you. Bamiyan's vast cliffs stretch across the horizon like ancient guardians. Their surfaces are marked by caves, tunnels, and intricate chambers carved by Buddhist monks who once turned this valley into one of the greatest learning centers on earth. These caves are silent now, but as you walk through them, you can almost imagine the soft glow of oil lamps, the distant echo of chanting, the movement of robes brushing against stone. It's like stepping into a time machine, where the past feels close enough to touch. And then there's the valley itself, wide, green, and vibrant. Bamiyan feels alive in a way that surprises you, especially after the harshness of the mountains. The fields shimmer with crops, the rivers sparkle with icy water, and the villages blend beautifully into the land, their mud brick homes glowing warmly in the sunlight. The people here move with a calm rhythm, shaped by centuries of farming, storytelling, and quiet resilience. Life doesn't rush here. It flows gently, like the waters that wind through the valley. But what truly makes Bamiyan magical is the way its landscapes shift with the light. In the early morning, the cliffs turn the soft color of rose petals. By midday, they shine bright and golden. In the evening, they deepen into shades of amber and copper, as if the entire valley is preparing for a grand cinematic finale. And at night, the stars cover the sky like a silver blanket, dazzling and endless. Bamiyan's sky is so clear that you can see entire constellations without even trying. It is a place where the universe feels closer, more intimate. Standing in the heart of Bamiyan, you realize that this valley is not just beautiful, it is symbolic. It represents the crossroads of cultures, the blending of East and West, and the resilience of a land that has survived countless civilizations. Afghanistan is often seen as a land of conflict, but here you see the other side, a land of harmony, of deep spirituality, of stunning natural grace. And just when you think Bamiyan has shown you everything, it reveals something even more extraordinary. A turquoise miracle nestled high in the mountains, the Band-e-Amir lakes. Their beauty is so stunning that they deserve their own chapter. But their magic begins right here, in the spirit of Bamiyan. These lakes shimmer with shades of blue that seem impossible. Deep sapphire, brilliant turquoise, and crystal clarity that lets you see straight to the bottom. They are nature's jewels, hidden in the rugged heart of Afghanistan. Bamiyan prepares you for this wonder. It warms your imagination, softens your senses, and invites you to see the world through new eyes. It is a reminder that beauty is not loud. It can be gentle, quiet, patient. It can be found in the curve of a valley, the warmth of a sunset, the echo of a forgotten past. This chapter of our journey reveals that Afghanistan is not a land to be glanced at. It is a land to be felt. And nowhere is that more true than here in Bamiyan, where ancient history and natural beauty hold hands to create one of the most magical places on earth. But our journey is far from over. The next chapter will take us to a place where Afghanistan's beauty reaches new heights, literally and figuratively. A place that feels like it belongs on another planet. A wonder carved not by people, but by time itself. If there is one place that proves Afghanistan is home to some of the most surreal landscapes on Earth, it is Band-e-Amir. Nothing prepares you for it, nothing. One moment, you're surrounded by rugged mountains and dusty plains, and the next, the world opens into a dream of impossible colors. Imagine standing before a chain of lakes so blue, so crystal clear, that they look like liquid gemstones scattered across the desert. This is Band-e-Amir, a place so magical that even the silence feels enchanted. The first thing you notice is the color. Not just blue, electric blue. Blue that seems to glow from within. Blue that feels alive. The lakes shimmer with shades that shift from sapphire to turquoise to deep cobalt depending on how the sun touches the surface. When the light hits just right, it's as if the lakes are lit from the bottom by lanterns made of pure light. It is a sight that makes you stop breathing for a moment, because your eyes are convinced it can't be real. But it is real, and it's spectacular. Band-e-Amir is Afghanistan's first national park, a natural wonder unlike anything else in the world. The lakes were formed thousands of years ago by mineral-rich water flowing through limestone cliffs. Over time, those minerals hardened into natural dams, creating enormous pools of pure, untouched water. Each lake has its own shade, its own personality, its own quiet story carved into the landscape. They are lined with stone walls sculpted by time, rising sharply around the prizing lakes like protective guardians. As you walk along the shores, you feel the peaceful energy of this place. The water is so clear that you can see fish drifting lazily below the surface, their shadows dancing across the white limestone floor. The cliffs reflect perfectly in the still water, creating a mirror image so flawless that it tricks your mind. It feels like stepping into a painting, one that nature has been perfecting for thousands of years. And then there is the silence. A silence so deep, so pure, that you can hear your own heartbeat. No cars, no crowds, no screens. Just the soft whisper of wind moving across the water, and the occasional call of a bird soaring above the cliffs. This silence is not empty. It's full of peace, full of wonder, full of the kind of calm most people never experience in their lives. Nearby, the small village of Band-e-Amir gives you a glimpse of traditional Afghan life. Simple homes built from stone and clay, fields of barley swaying in the wind, and families who welcome visitors with warmth and genuine kindness. People here live close to nature. They rise with the sun, rest when the stars fill the sky, and carry a peace that reflects the tranquility of the lakes themselves. As you explore the area, you notice how the landscape changes with every step. One moment, you're standing on a cliff overlooking an endless horizon. The next, you're walking along a path carved beside a lake, so still it looks like a piece of polished glass. The air is crisp and cool, even in summer. The scent of earth and stone mixes with the freshness of the water. It is the kind of place that resets your mind, clears your thoughts, and reminds you of the simple beauty of being alive. And when the sun begins to set, Band-e-Amir becomes even more magical. The sky explodes into colors: orange, rose, violet, and the lakes reflect every shade as if the heavens are melting into the water. The cliffs glow with golden light, and the silence deepens into something sacred. It is a moment you want to hold forever, a memory that stays long after you leave. Band-e-Amir is not just a place you visit, it is a place that stays with you. A reminder that even in the most unexpected corners of the world, beauty thrives pure, untouched, and breathtaking. It changes the way you see the planet, and maybe even the way you see yourself. And yet, our journey is still unfolding. Beyond these lakes lies another realm of Afghanistan's natural magic, one shaped by valleys of endless green, towering cedar forests, and rivers that roar with life. A place where nature feels wild, powerful and free. Step into a city where every street, every archway, every corner carries the weight of centuries. Herat, an ancient jewel of Afghanistan, a city where history is alive, where past and present intertwine, and where beauty emerges from stone, tile, and the human spirit itself. If Band-e-Amir was nature's masterpiece, then Herat is humanity's. A testament to what civilization can achieve when culture, art, and devotion come together in perfect harmony. From the moment you arrive, Herat demands your attention. Its skyline is dominated by the grandeur of the Herat Citadel, also known as the Citadel of Alexander, standing as a silent witness to empires that rose and fell over millennia. The fortress walls rise like giant sentinels, their stones whispering tales of battles, kings, and legendary rulers who sought to control this crossroads of trade and culture. Walking through its gates, you feel the weight of history beneath your feet, and yet there is a vibrancy here that breathes life into every stone. The heart of Herat is the Friday Mosque, one of the most beautiful Islamic architectural wonders in the world. Its blue-tiled walls glisten under the sun, intricate patterns and calligraphy telling stories not with words, but with geometry, color, and design. Every detail, every curve, every tile is deliberate, designed to evoke awe and reflection. Standing inside, beneath its vaulted ceilings, you feel a sense of reverence that transcends time. Light filters through carved windows, casting shadows that dance across the floor like whispers from centuries past. But Herat is not just about monuments. It is about life thriving alongside history. The city's bustling bazaars are alive with energy sellers, call out their wares. Vibrant fabrics ripple in the breeze. Spices fill the air with scent so intoxicating it feels almost magical. Here, you see Afghan culture at its most authentic. The careful hand of the artisan, the warmth of a local greeting, the rhythm of a city that has survived invasions, trade wars, and the passing of countless rulers. Every alley is a story. Every shop is a chapter in Herat's enduring tale. As you explore beyond the center, the surrounding gardens and courtyards reveal another side of Herat's charm. Green spaces contrast sharply with the golden tones of the city's stone, offering quiet sanctuaries where travelers and locals alike pause to breathe. Trees sway gently in the afternoon breeze, fountains trickle, and the faint aroma of jasmine drifts through the air. It is here that you truly understand why Herat was considered the Pearl of Khorasan, a cultural and artistic hub that drew poets, scholars, and traders from across the region. Herat's streets tell stories of resilience as much as beauty. Despite centuries of conflict and the challenges of modern times, the city continues to flourish. Its people carry traditions handed down through generations, music, poetry, craftsmanship, and culinary artistry all interwoven with the urban pulse of today. Walking through Herat, you sense a delicate balance, the weight of history alongside the energy of life moving forward. Every glance, every sound, every movement reflects a city that refuses to be forgotten. As the day wanes, the city transforms once again. Sunlight strikes the minarets, casting long shadows over narrow streets and open squares. The blue tiles of mosques shimmer in the fading glow, and the citadel's silhouette becomes a dark, commanding outline against the twilight sky. At this moment, Herat feels eternal, a city suspended between past and present, alive with stories that demand to be felt, not just seen. The beauty of Herat is not just visual, it is emotional. It is the feeling of standing in a place that has witnessed the rise and fall of empires, yet remains unbroken. It is the understanding that history is not merely recorded in books, but etched into the very walls, streets, and hearts of a city. Here, Afghanistan's cultural legacy comes alive in ways that cannot be replicated anywhere else. And yet, the journey continues. From Herat's ancient walls and bustling streets, we will move east into the heart of the nation's capital, Kabul. There, mountains cradle the city, history whispers in every alley, and the pulse of modern Afghanistan beats alongside timeless landscapes. Imagine a city perched between the peaks of mountains, where every street curves along the hills like a ribbon of history, and every corner carries echoes of centuries past. This is Kabul, Afghanistan's beating heart, a city where chaos and calm coexist, where ancient traditions meet the pulse of modern life, and where beauty often hides in plain sight. To step into Kabul is to step into a world of contrasts: dusty streets and bustling markets, serene gardens and towering mountains, centuries, old mosques and vibrant cafes. And yeah, in all its complexity, the city reveals a resilience and spirit unlike anywhere else on Earth. From the moment you enter Kabul, the mountains seem to embrace the city. The Hindu Kush rises dramatically on the horizon, their peaks often capped with snow, standing guard over the urban sprawl below. These mountains are more than scenery. They shape the rhythm of life here. Sunlight streaming across their slopes transforms the city into a living painting, shadows stretching through the narrow streets, highlighting both the beauty and the history embedded in every stone. Kabul is a city of stories. Every alleyway, every bazaar, every market stall whispers tales of centuries of trade, conquest, and culture. The famous Chicken Street Market is a perfect example, a place where artisans sell intricate carpets, jewelry, and traditional handicrafts, where the scent of spices mingles with the chatter of merchants and visitors. Here, you can feel the heartbeat of a city that has survived empires, invasions, and modern struggles, yet continues to thrive in its own unique way. Walking these streets, you witness a city that refuses to surrender its soul. The city is also a treasure trove of history and architecture. Babur Gardens, inspired by the Mughal emperors, offer a serene escape. Terraced paths, flowing fountains, and carefully tended flower beds provide a rare moment of tranquility amidst the city's energetic chaos. From these gardens, you can see panoramic views of Kabul stretching toward the mountains, the city's blend of old and new revealing itself in stunning detail. And just a short walk away, the Kabul Museum preserves artifacts that tell the story of Afghanistan's rich civilizations, from ancient coins and manuscripts to intricate pottery and statues. Each exhibit is a window into a past that has shaped the present in ways both profound and beautiful. Kabul's mosques also speak volumes about its spiritual and architectural heritage. The Idgah Mosque and the Shah Du Shamshira Mosque display intricate designs, vibrant colors, and minarets that rise like fingers pointing to the heavens. Walking inside, sunlight filters through stained glass and carved windows, casting patterns that dance across the floors. The sound of prayer calls echoes across the city, a reminder that even amid daily life, tradition remains a central thread in Kabul's identity. But it is not just history and architecture that make Kabul remarkable. It is the people. Residents here navigate life with resilience, humor, and warmth. Children play in narrow lanes, street vendors smile at passing strangers, and families gather in courtyards to share meals, stories, and laughter. There is a rhythm to life in Kabul that is both unpredictable and captivating, a rhythm that invites you to slow down, observe, and feel the heartbeat of the city beneath your feet. The city also comes alive in the evenings. Sunset paints the mountains with gold and crimson, and the streets glow with the warm light of lamps and lanterns. Cafes open, music drifts through the air, and the aroma of fresh bread, kebabs, and spices fills every corner. Kabul transforms at night, revealing a softer, more intimate side that often surprises visitors. It is a city that demands exploration, patience, and an open heart, and in return, it offers unforgettable moments that linger in memory long after you leave. Kabul, in all its complexity, is a reminder of Afghanistan's resilience, beauty, and depth. It shows that even in places often defined by struggle, there is artistry, life, and wonder waiting to be discovered. The city teaches that history and modernity, chaos and calm, tradition and progress can coexist, creating a tapestry that is uniquely Afghan. As our journey continues, we leave the capital behind and venture north to Mazar-e-Sharif, a city of spirituality, vibrant culture, and architectural brilliance. Here, the colors grow brighter, the history even more profound, and the sense of wonder reaches new heights. As we leave the mountains and bustle of Kabul behind, the journey takes us north to a city that glows with color, spirituality, and history, Mazar-e-Sharif. The very name evokes images of majesty and tradition, and for good reason. This city is a jewel of northern Afghanistan, a place where faith and culture shine in every mosque, every street, and every market. It is here that Afghanistan's heart reveals itself in ways that feel both intimate and monumental. The first sight that stops every visitor in awe is the Blue Mosque, or the Shrine of Hazrat Ali. Its striking turquoise dome rises against the clear northern sky, shimmering like a gem in the sunlight. The walls are adorned with intricate mosaics, delicate calligraphy, and patterns so detailed they seem almost impossible to have been created by human hands. Each tile tells a story. Each curve reflects centuries of devotion, and the entire structure radiates a sense of peace that fills the air. Standing before it, you feel a deep calm, as if the city itself is breathing quietly, watching over you, welcoming you to witness its history. The Blue Mosque is not just architecture, it is a symbol of resilience. For centuries, this shrine has endured floods, wars, and countless political upheavals, yet it remains a focal point of devotion and culture. Pilgrims arrive from all corners of Afghanistan, walking barefoot along the stone courtyards, offering prayers, and leaving tokens of hope and gratitude. It is a place where history and faith intertwine so seamlessly that time feels almost suspended. Visitors often report that the beauty here is not just visual, it is spiritual, leaving a lasting impression on the soul. Beyond the mosque, Mazar-e-Sharif thrives with life. Its bustling bazaars are a riot of color and sound. Merchants display handcrafted carpets, ornate jewelry, spices in vibrant heaps, and textiles that shimmer in the sunlight. The air is fragrant with saffron, rosewater, and freshly baked bread. Children dart through narrow lanes, chasing each other with laughter echoing off ancient walls, while elders sit in shaded courtyards, watching the world go by and exchanging stories of times long past. Walking through these markets, you feel the pulse of Afghan culture, vibrant, alive, and deeply rooted in centuries of tradition. Mazar-e-Sharif is also a city of festivals. The annual Nowruz celebration, welcoming the Persian New Year, transforms the city into a tapestry of lights, music, and dance. Families gather in gardens, children paint eggs and wear colorful clothes, and the scent of traditional dishes fills every street. The city becomes a living festival, a celebration not just of a new year, but of life itself. Experiencing Nowruz here is a reminder that Afghanistan is not merely a land of mountains and history. It is a land of joy, family, and culture that persists against all odds. Nature, too, plays a striking role in the northern landscapes. Mazar-e-Sharif is surrounded by fertile plains and gentle hills, offering a stark contrast to the rugged mountains and harsh deserts elsewhere in Afghanistan. Olive groves, wheat fields, and orchards stretch across the horizon, blending with the city's skyline in harmonious unity. In spring, the region blooms with color, wildflowers carpet the fields, rivers swell with melted snow, and the entire landscape seems to vibrate with life. This blend of urban energy and natural serenity gives the city a balance that is rare and beautiful. Walking through Mazar-e-Sharif, it becomes clear that the city is defined not just by its landmarks, but by the spirit of its people. Here, hospitality is not a concept, it is a way of life. Strangers are welcomed with tea, conversations flow easily, and stories are shared with warmth and pride. Travelers often remark that it is impossible to witness the beauty of the city without feeling a personal connection to the people who inhabit it. Their resilience, their devotion, and their joy are as breathtaking as the city's architecture and landscapes. Evenings in Mazar-e-Sharif are magical. As the sun sets, the turquoise dome of the Blue Mosque glows with the final rays of sunlight, while lanterns and lamps light up the streets, casting warm shadows that dance across stone walls. The city seems to slow down, as if pausing to honor centuries of history, devotion, and life lived in harmony with the land. The gentle hum of conversation, the faint call to prayer, and the distant song of nightingales create a soundtrack that lingers in memory long after the night falls. Mazar-e-Sharif is a city that teaches a profound lesson, that beauty is not always loud, and that strength often comes from persistence and faith. It is a place where architecture, culture, and humanity converge in ways that are unforgettable. Standing here, you feel a sense of awe that words can barely capture, a recognition that Afghanistan's wonders are not just in its mountains or lakes, but in the living, breathing heart of its cities and its people. And yet, our journey continues. From Mazar-e-Sharif, we travel south and east, following ancient paths, deserts, and fertile lands to Kandahar, the birthplace of Afghanistan's identity. Here, history and legend merge, revealing a city whose influence stretches far beyond its walls, a city of warriors, poets, and enduring spirit. As the sun rises over the southern plains of Afghanistan, the journey takes us to a city that stands as both a cradle of history and a symbol of enduring identity, Kandahar. This is a land where legends are born, where ancient trade routes carved paths through deserts, and where the echoes of warriors, poets, and rulers still linger in the streets and walls. Kandahar is more than a city. It is a living testament to Afghanistan's soul, a place where every stone tells a story, and every breeze carries whispers from the past. The first sight that captures your imagination is the Argi Kandahar, also known as the Kandahar Citadel. Its imposing walls rise with quiet authority, guarding secrets that span centuries. Once a strategic fortress for kings and conquerors, it now stands as a silent observer of time, its weathered stones bearing witness to victories, sieges, and the relentless passage of history. Walking through its gates, you feel a connection to generations long gone, a tangible link to the people who shaped not just Kandahar, but the very fabric of Afghanistan. But Kandahar is not merely about fortresses. It is about the rhythm of life that has thrived here despite the challenges of history. The bustling bazaars are alive with energy. Merchants call out their wares, children dart through narrow lanes, and the rich aroma of spices, fresh bread, and roasted nuts fills the air. Carpets with intricate patterns ripple in the breeze. Jewelry sparkles under the sunlight, and fabrics of vibrant colors reflect the artistic traditions of generations. Here, culture is not confined to museums. It is alive, tangible, and part of every interaction. Kandahar is also a city of devotion and spirituality. The shrine of Baba Wali, the tombs of saints, and centuries-old mosques create spaces of quiet reflection amidst the urban flow. The Blue Mosque, with its vibrant tiles and delicate calligraphy, radiates serenity, offering a contrast to the city's vibrant streets. Pilgrims visit these sacred sites, walking slowly, speaking softly, and leaving offerings of prayer and gratitude. There is a rhythm here, a balance between activity and contemplation that mirrors the larger story of Kandahar itself, a city that has endured, adapted, and flourished over centuries. Beyond the urban landscape, Kandahar's surroundings tell their own stories. The plains stretch wide and golden, dotted with ancient irrigation systems, orchards, and fields that sustain generations. The deserts beyond shimmer in the heat of the day, their sands whispering tales of caravans, travelers, and traders who once crossed these lands under the blazing sun. In Kandahar, the interplay between harsh, natural landscapes and human settlement creates a sense of wonder, a reminder that life and beauty persist even in the most challenging environments. The city's history is as rich as its landscapes. Kandahar was once the seat of powerful empires, a crossroads on the Silk Road, and a cultural hub that drew poets, scholars, and artisans. Its streets have seen warriors march, rulers rise and fall, and traditions endure. Even today, that history is palpable. You can feel it in the stones of the citadel, in the patterns of the markets, and in the stories shared by elders who walk the streets with quiet pride. And then there are the people, the true heart of Kandahar. Families gather in courtyards, sharing meals and laughter. Children play under the shade of apricot trees. Artisans work tirelessly, crafting the carpets, jewelry, and pottery that have made Kandahar famous for centuries. Their resilience, warmth, and pride transform the city from a collection of buildings and streets into a living, breathing organism, a city defined as much by its inhabitants as by its history. As evening descends, the city transforms. Sunlight strikes the minarets and citadel walls, casting long shadows over the streets. The colors of the markets soften. The scent of evening meals fills the air, and the call to prayer echoes through the city, uniting past and present in a quiet, mesmerizing rhythm. It is in these moments that Kandahar truly reveals itself, not just as a city of history, but as a city of life, culture, and enduring spirit. Kandahar teaches a profound lesson, that identity is not just preserved in stone or scrolls, but in the daily lives, traditions, and resilience of its people. It is a city that has faced challenges across centuries and yet continues to thrive, a symbol of Afghanistan's strength and enduring beauty. From Kandahar, our journey turns toward one of the most remote and untouched regions in the country, the Wakhan Corridor. Here, Afghanistan's wonders take on a new form. High-altitude plateaus, hidden valleys, and landscapes so pristine they feel almost otherworldly. There are places on Earth that feel like they belong to another planet, remote, untouched, and filled with a quiet majesty that takes your breath away. The Wakhan Corridor in northeastern Afghanistan is one of them. Stretching like a thin ribbon between Tajikistan, Pakistan, and China, this hidden land is both a geographic marvel and a cultural treasure. It is where nature reigns supreme, where mountains rise taller than imagination, and where life continues in ways almost unchanged for centuries. To step into the Wakhan is to step into a world few have ever truly seen, a place where every valley, every river, and every cliff tells a story older than most civilizations. The first thing that strikes you about the Wakhan is the scale of the mountains. The Pamirs rise like colossal guardians, their snow-capped peaks cutting sharply into the sky. Their enormity is humbling. Standing at their base, you feel both awe and reverence. These mountains are not merely scenery, they are life itself, dictating the flow of rivers, the paths of people and animals, and even the weather that sustains this fragile ecosystem. From afar, the ridges look impenetrable, but as you move closer, narrow valleys and hidden trails reveal a land that, while harsh, is navigable for those who know its secrets. The Wakhan is a place of water as much as stone. Rivers born from melting glaciers carve deep channels, their waters icy cold but crystal clear. These streams sustain life, feeding small villages tucked into valleys and nourishing the grasslands that support livestock. Here, yak, sheep, and goats graze in harmony with the rhythm of the seasons, tended by communities whose traditions have endured for generations. Life is hard, but it is simple, connected, and sustainable, a stark contrast to the complexity of modern cities. The people of the Wakhan Corridor are as remarkable as the land itself. Wakhi and Kyrgyz communities live in isolation, yet they preserve a rich cultural heritage. Homes are built from stone and earth, blending seamlessly into the surrounding landscape. Families rise with the sun, work the land, and gather in the evenings to share meals, stories, and songs passed down through countless generations. Hospitality is sacred here. Strangers are welcomed with tea and bread, and visitors often leave with more than memories. They leave with an understanding of human endurance and harmony with nature. Traveling through the Wakhan, you encounter landscapes that seem surreal. Valleys stretch endlessly, carpeted with wildflowers in summer. High plateaus rise above the clouds, offering vistas so wide that the horizon seems infinite. In winter, snow transforms the region into a silent, frozen wonderland, where only the most resilient life endures. Each step you take feels like walking through a painting, every rock, river, and peak meticulously arranged by the hands of time itself. The wildlife here is extraordinary. Snow leopards roam these mountains, elusive and powerful, their movements almost ghost-like. Marco Polo sheep climb cliffs with unmatched agility, and golden eagles soar above the valleys, their wings casting shadows that glide over the earth below. In such a remote and untouched environment, nature reveals itself without compromise or disguise. Every encounter is a reminder that the Wakhan Corridor is not just a destination. It is a sanctuary, a world where the wild continues unbroken. The beauty of the Wakhan is amplified by its remoteness. Roads are few, and much of the region remains accessible only by foot, horseback, or rugged vehicles. This isolation has preserved not only the environment, but also the culture, keeping centuries-old traditions alive in a way few other places on Earth can claim. Here, you feel the essence of Afghanistan in its purest form. Unspoiled, resilient, breathtaking, and profoundly human. As the sun sets behind the towering peaks, the valleys glow in soft shades of gold and rose. Rivers reflect the fading light, mountains cast long shadows, and the villages settle into a quiet rhythm that has existed for generations. The stars emerge in the sky like a vast cosmic tapestry, reminding you just how small and fragile life is compared to the grandeur of the universe. And yeah, the Wakhan Corridor proves that even in the most extreme conditions, life persists, thrives, and creates beauty that touches the soul. This journey through Afghanistan is reaching its culmination, but the final chapter will remind us why this land, with its mountains, valleys, lakes, and cities, is truly extraordinary. From the hidden beauty of the Wakhan to the timeless spirit of its people, Afghanistan holds wonders that demand to be seen, felt, and remembered. As we reach the final leg of our journey, take a moment to breathe. Afghanistan is not just a country. It is a living mosaic of mountains, valleys, lakes, deserts, and cities, stitched together by time, culture, and the spirit of its people. From the towering peaks of the Hindu Kush to the turquoise waters of Band-e-Amir, from the bustling streets of Kabul to the sacred mosques of Mazar-e-Sharif, and from the historic lanes of Kandahar to the untouched wilderness of the Wakhan Corridor, this land tells a story unlike any other. And as we reflect on these wonders, one truth becomes clear. Afghanistan is extraordinary in every sense of the word. What makes this land so remarkable is its contrasts. Here, serenity meets chaos, history meets modernity, and rugged landscapes meet human ingenuity. You have seen the mountains rise with stoic majesty, valleys stretch in quiet green, and rivers and lakes sparkle like scattered jewels. You have walked streets that have witnessed empires, prayed in mosques that have withstood centuries, and stood in courtyards where time seems to pause. Afghanistan is a place where the past and present coexist, creating a living story that continues to unfold every day. Yet, it is not only the landscapes or architecture that captivated, is the people. From shepherds guiding flocks along mountain paths to artisans crafting carpets in bustling bazaars, from families celebrating Nowruz in northern gardens to children playing under the apricot trees of Kandahar, Life in Afghanistan is defined by resilience, warmth, and an unwavering connection to the land. The people here are the living thread that weaves together the country's natural wonders and historic treasures, giving it a soul that cannot be captured in photographs alone. Afghanistan teaches us something profound. Beauty is not always easy, and it is rarely simple. It is found in rugged mountains, where survival is a daily challenge, in deserts, where life persists against all odds, and in cities where tradition endures, despite the march of time. Beauty here is intertwined with resilience, and wonder is inseparable from history. Every river, every valley, every stone, and every building carries a lesson. That life, in all its complexity, is precious, enduring, and worthy of admiration. As we take one last look at the landscapes that have defined this journey, we are reminded of the country's vastness. From the icy heights of the Pamirs to the golden deserts of the south, from fertile plains to hidden valleys, Afghanistan is a country of extremes. Yet in these extremes, there is balance, a harmony between the forces of nature and the lives of the people who inhabit it. It is this harmony that makes Afghanistan unlike anywhere else on earth, a land where the senses are awakened and the soul is stirred. The final beauty of Afghanistan is the feeling it leaves behind. It is the quiet awe when standing before the blue mosque in Mazar-e-Sharif, the exhilaration of watching sunlight spill across the peaks of the Hindu Kush, the peaceful serenity of Band-e-Amir's lakes, and the reflective calm of the Wakhan Corridor at dusk. These moments do more than delight the eyes. They touch something deeper. They remind us of the world's vastness, of the endurance of culture, and of the unspoken connection between people and the land that sustains them. And so, as our journey comes to an end, we carry with us not just memories of landscapes and monuments, but the essence of Afghanistan itself, its timeless beauty, its rich history, its vibrant culture, and its enduring spirit. This is a land that challenges you, humbles you, and inspires you all at once. A land that whispers to those who are willing to listen, inviting them to see beyond headlines, to discover the soul of a country that is far more than what meets the eye. Afghanistan, with all its mountains, valleys, rivers, and cities, is a testament to the extraordinary resilience of nature and humanity. It reminds us that even in places often defined by struggle, there is wonder, art, life, and hope. And as we leave this remarkable land behind, one thing is certain: the memory of Afghanistan's wonders will linger long after the journey ends, inspiring awe, reflection, and a deep appreciation for a country that truly stands as one of the most amazing places on earth. Even as our journey through Afghanistan draws to a close, the country continues to reveal layers of beauty that few travelers ever experience. Beyond the cities and well-known landmarks lie hidden valleys, untouched forests, and ancient pathways that have shaped civilizations for thousands of years. Afghanistan is a place where discovery never truly ends, where each step along a mountain trail or through a quiet village offers a new perspective, a new story, a new memory to carry forever. Consider the Panjshir Valley, a sanctuary of serenity and strength. Nestled among the peaks, this valley is lush with green terraces, sparkling rivers, and orchards that stretch as far as the eye can see. Panjshir has long been a symbol of resilience, a region that has endured invasions while maintaining its natural splendor and cultural heritage. As you follow its winding roads, the river's waters glisten in the sunlight, reflecting the mountains like a mirror. Every glance reveals a landscape sculpted by time, shaped by human hands in harmony with nature, yet never conquered. In Panjshir, you feel the heartbeat of the land, the pulse of history, of life, and of enduring beauty. Moving deeper into Afghanistan, the Nuristan region offers another revelation. Known for its dense forests, alpine meadows, and dramatic cliffs, Nuristan feels almost mythical. Its forests are alive with the sound of rushing, Streams, the rustle of leaves, and the distant calls of mountain birds. Villages are tucked into valleys, homes built of timber and stone, blending seamlessly with the environment. Walking through these communities, you sense a lifestyle that has remained largely unchanged for centuries, a life intimately connected to the rhythms of the land. In Nuristan, the wilderness dominates, yet humanity exists in quiet coexistence, a testament to adaptation and respect for nature's power. Afghanistan's rivers, too, are veins of life running through the country. The Amu Darya, the Kabul River, and countless smaller streams nourish the valleys, sustain agriculture, and shape the landscape. These waters carry more than life, they carry history. Caravan routes once followed these rivers, facilitating trade, culture, and the exchange of ideas. Along their banks, generations of people have built homes, cultivated crops, and celebrated festivals, their lives intertwined with the water's flow. Observing these rivers, it becomes clear that Afghanistan's natural beauty is inseparable from its human history. One nourishes the other, creating a tapestry that is endlessly rich and complex. Even the deserts of Afghanistan hold a stark, compelling allure. The Registan Desert, with its windswept dunes and vast open skies, offers a different kind of wonder, minimalist, raw, and almost spiritual in its simplicity. Here, life persists in the harshest conditions. Shepherds guide their flocks along narrow trails, resilient plants cling to life in sandy soils, and the wind carves ever-changing patterns into the dunes. Standing in the middle of this desert, you feel both isolated and connected to the earth, to history, and to the enduring rhythm of nature. It is a place that humbles, inspires, and reminds you of the resilience required to thrive in a world shaped by extremes. Afghanistan is also a land of cultural mosaics, from the nomadic Kyrgyz communities in the northeast to the artisans of Herat and Kandahar, from the traders of Mazar-e-Sharif to the villagers of Panjshir and Nuristan. Diversity thrives alongside unity. Music, poetry, and storytelling are threads that weave together generations, binding people to their land and to one another. Each tradition, each craft, each festival adds depth and color to a nation often misrepresented by the outside world. Witnessing this cultural richness leaves a profound impression. Afghanistan is not only beautiful in its landscapes, but also extraordinary in its human spirit. And then, there are the sunsets, moments when the mountains, valleys, and deserts come alive in golden light. Sunlight spills over peaks, glows across rivers, and illuminates villages in a warm embrace. Shadows lengthen, colors deepen, and the air seems to hum with quiet majesty. At these moments, you understand why travelers, poets, and explorers throughout history have been captivated by this land. Afghanistan's beauty is not fleeting. It is enduring, timeless, and deeply affecting. As we prepare to leave, one final realization emerges. Afghanistan's wonders are not only in the obvious landmarks or dramatic landscapes. They are in the details. The curve of a mountain ridge, the ripple of a river, the laughter of children in a village, the intricate patterns of a tile mosaic, the resilience in a farmer's eyes. All these create a mosaic of wonder that cannot be fully captured in photographs or words. It is a beauty that must be felt, experienced, and remembered. Afghanistan challenges the traveler, rewards the patient, and inspires the curious. It is a land where nature and humanity coexist in fragile, enduring harmony. A place where history, culture, and natural splendor converge to create experiences that are profoundly moving. And as our journey comes to its end, one truth is clear. Afghanistan is not just a country to see. It is a country to feel, to understand, and to carry in your heart forever. Even after traveling across mountains, valleys, deserts, and cities, Afghanistan still manages to surprise those willing to look deeper. Beyond the well-known landmarks and historical treasures, there are hidden corners where nature, culture, and history converge in ways that feel almost magical. These are places that defy expectation, a reminder that Afghanistan is not just defined by its struggles, but by its breathtaking beauty, resilience, and the enduring spirit of its people. One such place is the Shar-e-Golgola, also called the City of Screams. Despite its ominous name, it is a site of immense historical and architectural significance. The ruins of this ancient city, once thriving under the Ghaznavid and Ghurid dynasties, stand as silent witnesses to centuries of human endeavor. Walking among crumbling walls and toppled towers, you can almost imagine the city in its prime. Bustling marketplaces, people exchanging goods and stories, scholars debating philosophy, and children playing in the sunlit courtyards. The contrast between its present silence and its vibrant past is a humbling reminder of how time shapes human civilizations. Yet even in ruins, there is beauty, the symmetry of arches, the patterns carved into stone, the way sunlight filters through broken walls, casting shadows that dance across the ground. It is a lesson in endurance. Even in decay, history leaves a lasting impression. Not far from here, the Band-e-Amir National Park reveals yet another dimension of Afghanistan's natural splendor. Although already explored in an earlier chapter, revisiting these lakes in a reflective light shows a deeper layer of their majesty. The vivid turquoise waters, the natural limestone dams, and the surrounding cliffs are not just landscapes, they are living works of art. Wildlife thrives here in quiet harmony. Ibex navigate the steep cliffs. Eagles soar above with sharp precision, and migratory birds rest on the lake edges, completing the cycle of life. It is a place where nature's genius is on full display, a landscape that seems carefully composed yet effortlessly wild. The Panjshir Valley, too, deserves renewed attention. Known as a symbol of strength and resilience, this valley embodies Afghanistan's enduring spirit. Its fields, rivers, and orchards are nourished not just by snowmelt from surrounding mountains, but by generations of careful stewardship. Visiting Panjshir is to witness harmony between humans and nature, a balance that sustains life even in remote regions. Villagers continue traditional practices, cultivating the land, tending livestock, and preserving centuries-old knowledge of irrigation and agriculture. The valley teaches that resilience is not merely surviving adversity, but thriving while honoring the land that sustains you. Afghanistan's hidden highlands, like Nuristan, add another layer of awe. Here, forests and alpine meadows stretch across steep slopes, and villages cling to hillsides as if grown from the mountains themselves. Timber and stone homes, built with techniques passed down for generations, harmonize perfectly with their surroundings. Forests here are alive with the sounds of rushing streams, the calls of birds, and the whisper of wind through ancient trees. In Nuristan, time feels slower, life feels simpler, yet every moment is deeply profound. The connection between people and environment here is a reminder of what can be achieved when humans live in respect of nature rather than in opposition to it. Even the deserts of southern Afghanistan, like parts of Helmand province, offer stark yet mesmerizing beauty. Here, the sands shift constantly under the wind, creating ever-changing patterns that seem almost hypnotic. Life persists, despite harsh conditions. Shepherds guide flocks, resilient shrubs cling to the dunes, and hidden oases provide respite to travelers and wildlife alike. The desert is a silent teacher, showing that endurance and adaptation are essential to survival, and that even the harshest environments can hold unexpected wonder. As the journey nears its end, the people of Afghanistan become the most remarkable aspect. Their resilience, warmth, and hospitality shine even in the most remote corners. Whether it's children running along mountain trails, artisans crafting carpets in ancient towns, or elders sharing stories in village courtyards, there is a persistent thread of hope and vitality. Their lives, traditions, and devotion link the present with centuries of history, creating a continuity that is both inspiring and humbling. Finally, Afghanistan's skies, whether over peaks, valleys, or deserts, complete the experience. Sunsets here are legendary. Mountains bathed in gold and crimson, rivers reflecting the light, clouds rolling across valleys in dramatic patterns. Night brings a canopy of stars, unlike almost anywhere else, where the Milky Way stretches overhead and the universe feels incredibly close. In these moments, Afghanistan reveals its deepest secret. Its beauty is not just seen, it is felt. It is in the air, the land, the history, and the heartbeat of its people. As our journey concludes, it becomes clear that Afghanistan is more than the sum of its landscapes and cities. It is a land of contrasts, harsh yet beautiful, ancient yet alive, challenging yet profoundly moving. The mountains, lakes, deserts, valleys, and cities all tell a story of resilience, wonder, and enduring spirit. Afghanistan does not simply invite travelers to look. It asks them to feel, to understand, and to carry its lessons forward. And for those who truly see it, Afghanistan leaves an imprint on the soul that lasts a lifetime. As our journey comes to an end, we leave Afghanistan not merely with images of landscapes and monuments, but with something far greater. A deep understanding of a land that is both ancient and alive, harsh yet breathtaking, challenging yet profoundly inspiring. From the majestic peaks of the Hindu Kush to the shimmering lakes of Band-e-Amir, from the vibrant streets of Kabul to the sacred shrines of Mazar-e-Sharif, from the historic heart of Kandahar to the untouched wilderness of the Wakhan Corridor, Afghanistan has revealed itself in ways that transcend ordinary travel. Its mountains, rivers, deserts, and valleys are extraordinary, but it is the people, their resilience, warmth, and enduring traditions that give this land its true soul. Afghanistan teaches us that beauty is often found where it is least expected, that strength emerges from resilience, and that history, nature, and humanity can converge to create wonders that leave a lasting mark on the heart. So as the sun sets over its peaks and the stars emerge above its valleys, remember this: Afghanistan is not just a place on the map. It is a story of wonder, endurance, and awe, a story that continues to live in every corner, every heart, and every moment. And for those who truly see it, its wonders never fade, they stay with you forever. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed exploring Prague as much as I enjoyed guiding you through it. If you found this travel guide helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more beautiful destinations from around the world. Got a favorite spot in Prague? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, safe travels, and see you in the next video.